Coming up on this week's installment of Conestoga Connected. Pack your bags with a COVID getaway as they head to the beautiful town of Elora, Ontario. Get ready to feel the heat when Project North speaks to an exchange student all the way from Mexico and try some authentic tacos. And Restaurant Diaries gets a slice of what owning a pizza place downtown is all about. All this and more coming up on Conestoga Connected. Hello, and welcome back to the second episode of Conestoga Connected. I'm your host, Cam McKenzie. I hope you're as excited as I am today. We have a saucy episode prepared for you. From shows all the way from Elora to this interesting farm. Don't worry folks, today's show surely won't bore you. In fact, you may be hogging the remote after this next one. Get ready to ham it up within the haystack as they head to Perth Pork Products to learn about pig farming.
Many of us enjoy bacon with our eggs or roast ham during the holidays. But what is life like on a pig farm? This week, we travel to Sebringville, Ontario to visit Perth Pork.
Here at Perth Pork, they have a wide variety of pigs, including wild boars.
When we arrived, we were greeted by Fred Martinez, who taught us what makes the pigs here unique.
Well, we raise Berkshires and Tamworth, which are totally different than your regular commodity pigs, but we also raise commodity pigs and we raise wild boar. And that's a total different thing altogether. But our commodity pigs are still different. Genetically, they're the same as any other pig in Ontario, but we raise them on a different kind of feed and it makes them grow slower. And because it makes them grow slower, you get a different meat quality.
Even though the pork is delicious and the pigs are cute, Mark DeMartinez explained that there's a lot of farming that we don't see.
The fact that you're 100% dedicated to the process and every move you make has a big impact on everything, so watching the weather and making sure you make the right moves at the right time is probably something that people don't understand. They think you just come in and do your job and leave, but you're 100% on the job all the time because it's always on your mind.
I, once again, got to help out with some farm work. To protect the wild boars while in their pen, I had to suit up in coveralls and rubber boots. For Conestoga Connected, in the haystack, I'm Dana Schaffner.
Oh wow, it's almost time for lunch. I know exactly where I'm ordering this week. Let me tell you a secret. The team over at Restaurant Diaries told me about this one. Here, check it out.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Restaurant Diaries. I'm your host Dhwani Gajjar with Conestoga Connected. Pizza is one of the most go-to food for almost all of us. It's not surprising that 10% of Canadian food industries is from pizzerias. Today, I'm here in Pizzaville in Kitchener. It's located just on the crossroad of Ira Needles and Highland Road. Let's get started.
Mr. and Mrs. Patel started this restaurant last year. With its location close to a major intersection, it didn't take many days to gain popularity.
It's been like 1.5 years. I just took her from full owner. Yeah, this is the good business, I think. This is like a stone bake pizza. Nobody else has this kind of baking system. And the dough is main special of this franchise. So main thing is dough and the baking.
He demonstrates some of the most popular pizzas for us.
Here is like a margarita and spinach bacon goat cheese is the most famous pizza in this store. We have a lot of pickup and delivery, so it doesn't affect pandemic for us.
Major amount of their sales percentage is from takeout and deliveries.
The reason why they are so much popular is that they are providing the pizza at very reasonable rate, and as far as the delivery is concerned, if you want to deliver your product at your gate, they are providing the delivery at very fair prices.
The speciality of this chain is that they strive to make pizza as authentic as possible. The pizza and the sides are all baked in stone-based oven. Well, I know what I want for my dinner. What about you?
Sometimes all I want to do is just get away from everything. But to be honest, I have no clue where to go. But you know what? The team at A COVID Getaway is heading to Elora, Ontario this week. Let's see what that's all about.
Welcome to Elora. Known as Ontario's most beautiful village, this small town, known for its 19th century limestone architecture and the gorge, is located approximately 40 minutes outside of Kitchener-Waterloo. During the month of October, you can walk end to end in this small town and see all of the lantern sculptures on display for Monster Month. Known as the Twilight Zoo, was created by local artist Tim Merton, and it runs all the way until 5 o'clock on Halloween night. Among the studios in this small but popular town is Hanscombe Glass Studios. I got a chance to talk with Neil Hanscombe.
Most of our glass passes through kilns, so it's heat techniques, shaping, forming, molding, layering, that type of thing. Then we etch glass, we paint it, we bend it. I'm still finding techniques that I can apply to glass.
This shop is still very easy to find due to the vibrant sun yellow of the outside of this century building. I'm in Elora, and we're gonna go to the Elora Mill and talk to Scott Campbell about his experience working here. During my chat with Scott, I got to find out just how friendly all of the people in Elora really are.
The community togetherness, the friendliness atmosphere of all the people. Sometimes it takes me an hour and a half just to walk a 5-minute block just to be able to see people because everybody's very friendly and just wants to converse.
The mill, which was originally built in 1832, was called the Elora Grist Mill, and in the 1970s, that's when it became the Elora Mill Inn. Join me next time for my next adventure. As for where, well, I guess you'll just have to tune in to find out. For A COVID Getaway, I'm Jenny Cupa.
Wow, it came out of nowhere. Project North this week is taking a look at fine Mexican cuisine and what it's like to go from the heat of Mexico to the chills of Canada. Let's take a look.
This week in Project North, we're talking with Natalia Lopez, an English academic studies student of Conestoga College, who chose to move from Mexico and make the Great White North her new home away from home. Let's find out why.
Well, my name is Natalia. I'm from Mexico, and I am a student of the program English for Academic Purposes, also known as English for as a second language. I came here 7 years ago. Around these days, actually, I travel in an Air Canada flight on Monday, September 30th, 2013. And I came here to start my job at the Mexican Consulate. I used to be the Consul for Cultural and Academic Affairs at the Mexican Consulate in Toronto. So that's the reason that I arrived in Canada 7 years ago. I came here by myself. I didn't know anybody at all. So it was a little bit challenging because I didn't know anything about Canada or Toronto.
It takes a lot of courage to move away from home, and the decision to move to Canada couldn't have been easy.
Well, Canada is very close to Mexico, and Canada is a welcoming country to the immigrants. Yeah, I love Canada. I want to be a Canadian soon. So I think it was the best decision. I want to stay here. What I'm going to prepare for you are Mexican tacos, because tacos here in Canada are very popular, but I discovered that the way that the tacos are made here are not as we eat it in my country. So first you will need corn tortillas. but you have to have chopped chicken. You of course cook it and then you chop it like small pieces of chicken. And then I'm gonna dip it into the oil. You wanna move a little bit of oil into the side. Lettuce and other ingredients such as onion are also included, but this is, you will see how good they look. And also you have to add sour cream and cheese, but because I don't eat cheese, I'm not gonna add it here. Also have to buy Mexican sauce, and voila, the Mexican tacos are done.
You know, I've gone my whole life without ever really having traditional tacos. Thanks to Natalia bringing such a fresh look into my taco life, she's also brought a new appreciation for living in Canada as well, where we accept people of all cultures and encourage them to live their dreams here. From everyone here at Project North, we'd like to thank Natalia and you at home for making Canada what it is. We hope to see you for next week's project.
Tired of sitting at home all day? Want to get out, get active? That's exactly what the team at Hidden Worlds is doing this week with their next geocache. Let's take a look.
I'm your host, Tyler Garton, and welcome to the second episode of Hidden Worlds. In today's episode, we're going to be taking on a multi-cache at the University of Waterloo.
On the geocache website, I found a multi-cache. Then, we asked our guest, Ty Mullins, how they felt going into their first geocache.
I'm feeling excited. I'm hoping to see something really cool.
At the posted coordinates, you must take the following steps to determine where the final is. 1. Determine the name of the city where the original was located. So, okay. Oh, look at that. The cache is called Porcelino? Porcelino.
Once we knew that the pig was from Florence originally, then we had to translate it to Firenze, which is the Italian name for Florence. And we used the position of the letters, how many letters there were, to figure out a couple sets of clues to get the longitude and latitude coordinates. And now we're heading there to go see what it is.
Oh, okay. So the location of this cache is 8 minutes away.
Perfect.
So, we went to the coordinates and had to climb a giant, decaying tree.
Do you want to do the honors?
We got pieces of paper, it's ferny,
Okay.
as well as a marble.
A very wet marble.
A very wet marble.
And that concludes our second episode of Hidden Worlds. Today we met a pig, solved puzzles, traveled around Waterloo, went on a walk in the woods, and climbed a tree to find a geocache. Back to you, Cam.
Anyways, that's it for the first half of the show. But wait, don't go anywhere. Brandon Guitar will be right back with the rest of the show. As always, stay safe, enjoy the rest of the show, folks.
Coming up on the second half, the team from Master of Two Wheels take us to the Greater Toronto area to meet some women riders. The team from Inside the Doghouse bring us the story of Maggie, a black golden doodle who lives with her owner in the heart of Elmira. And the team of Road Trip take us to Hagersville to show us an abandoned quarry. All this and more coming up on Conestoga Connected. Welcome back to the second half of Conestoga Connected. I'm your host, Brandon Guitar. Our final 6 stories are sure to please, so let's get right into it. Have you ever heard of the township of Hagersville? Me neither. But the girls from Road Trip are here to show us that some of the prettiest views come from lesser known places.
Welcome back, travelers, to this week's episode of Road Trip. As previously, I'm your guide, Jessica, and today we are in Hagersville, Ontario, just a short 30-minute drive from Brantford. We are visiting one of the most beautiful quarries here. So without further ado, welcome to the Hagersville Quarry.
My brother and his friends actually found it, so then we were just hanging out, and then one day he was like, do you want to go to this place and we can go swimming? I was like, yeah, sure.
Now we're entering the entrance of the quarry. Not many people know about it because it is so well hidden, but I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Let's go check it out. Quarries can be an amazing place to visit with friends and family. However, be sure to do your homework when discovering new potential swimming holes, as not all are trespass-free.
So you can obviously go swimming, and you can go and have a picnic, or you can have bonfire. You could do whatever you want pretty much.
This particular quarry is not on private property, which means it is accessible to the public. However, it is not supervised, so precautionary measures need to be taken as they should for any water activity. Quarries naturally fill with water after abandonment and become lakes. Others turn into landfills.
Well, it's been pretty bad recently. They're just not respecting it and not cleaning up after themselves and stuff. If you go, you should probably bring a garbage bag or something and clean up after yourself.
Well, guys, that brings us to the very end of our episode. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed Hagersville Quarry as much as I did. There is so much to see, so much to do, and the best part about it is that it truly is a hidden gem. From the very beginning of the railroad tracks all the way to the end, this was Road Trip. We'll catch you next week.
Man, I wish I knew how to ride a motorcycle. All I've got is this super cycle. For a group that does know how to ride, our host Faisal Khan takes us to Yorkdale Mall to speak to some members of True Wheels Toronto.
Hi, this is Faisal Khan, and today I'm here at Yorkdale Mall. I'll be meeting some female riders who are breaking the stereotype and setting example for other women. Let's check it out. A new generation of female biker is finding and inspiring each other with a shared set of ideals, adventure, championship, and the freedom of the road. For them, it's about on the front of the bike rather than being on the back.
Hi there, my name is Lindsay and I'm a member of the group True Wheels Toronto. It's an amazing motorcycle organization that was founded by our own JP. What we do in our group, we empower all riders, especially female riders who want to ride their own motorcycle. Just because you're a passenger on the back does not mean that one day you will not be able to ride your own. I encourage every single woman to try riding their own. Start with the small CC, 125, 250, 300, whatever suits you best, and then eventually you'll get that 600 or 1000 that you love the most. Women riders in Toronto have actually gone up by 30%, and that's amazing, and I hope to see more of you out on the road. Thank you.
Lindsay and 4 female riders were handpicked by Elite Bikers Group and given motorcycle to influence other women across the country. You see 10 girls rolling down the street together, you get a lots of head turns and people taking pictures, said Monique O.
Hi, my name is Monique. I ride a 2019 KTM 390 Duke. I love riding. I've been riding since I was 9 years old on dirt, and now I apply my skill to the street. I don't think that just guys should be able to have fun and do crazy things. I think that girls are able to do whatever they want on two wheels as well.
That's all from today's episode. See you in the next one. Till then, take care.
This time around on Currently Coping with COVID, our host, Sagar Ashar, takes us to a convenience store in Waterloo to see how COVID-19 has affected their business and decision making.
Hello and welcome back. I am your host Sagar Ashar. Last week on the show, we checked out how the New Delhi restaurant emerged as a clear winner against COVID-19. Today, join me at the Farah Food Mart. Let's check it out.
Farah Food Mart, situated in University Avenue Road, Waterloo, is a full-service convenience store providing customers with everything from food to lottery. The store holds a history of 20 long years. Speaking about the store with the owner, he said that they had to make some changes in stock and marketing decisions to keep the sales going in COVID-19.
Right now, the products I'm selling more is all kind of vegetables, fruits, and juices, cereal, milk, and obviously ice cream. This is summer, right? We just came out of summer, but ice cream is a big seller right now. We increased 2 more coolers for ice cream in the store. We got 2 more coolers and filled up with ice cream. As soon as we stepped into this kind of online business, the first week it's okay until people noticed that we were online. But the second week we've seen a sudden increase in sales. Like orange juices, cereal, milk, and all this kind of stuff. We cut down on all the other products which people really don't need at this point, and we increased on these products which people really need.
With big competitors in market, co-owner shares some key points instrumental to their success.
Most probably I would say that the distance is very convenient for the people staying nearby our area. Also we have the Bitcoin machine, ATM machine in the store, so which I think is an additional advantage.
COVID-19 has affected the market overall. People running small businesses are adapting new strategies to accommodate more sales. For Conestoga Connected, this is Sagar Asher.
Is anyone else thirsty? Let's follow Sean Emery to the Counterpoint Brewing Company in Kitchener to see if we can't quench that thirst. Only on this episode of KW Eats.
Hi everyone, it's Sean Emery and welcome to KW Eats. This week we're at Counterpoint Brewing Company in Kitchener, Ontario. Let's go inside and see what they've got on tap. Located on Victoria Street in Kitchener, the Counterpoint Brewing Company opened in 2019 after 8 years of development. Today, Counterpoint creates fine craft beer for enjoyment in the Kitchener-Waterloo region and beyond. Graham Kobayashi, one of the co-founders, spoke about what inspired him to open a craft brewery.
I decided to open a brewery a few years after learning how to brew on my own. So homebrew was the first step, but it really became a passion after I learned to enjoy not only making it, but tasting it properly and sharing good beer. We decided to open, and it soon became a really great place to gather with friends and our community.
With a tap list that's constantly rotating, there's always something new to try at Counterpoint. Counterpoint has a simple yet effective tier system which helps introduce new or experienced craft beer drinkers to their offerings. Tier 1 beers are approachable and easy drinking, while Tier 4 beers are far more adventurous and challenging for beer drinkers. Thank you for joining me at Counterpoint Brewing Company in Kitchener. If you ever find yourself on Victoria Street, make sure you come in and check them out. I'm Sean Emery. Thank you for watching.
Man, I'm having a hard time deciding what my next tattoo is going to be. Maybe a dragon? Coming up next, Anu Abraham learns what it takes to thrive as a tattoo artist, where your works of art last a lifetime.
We are here in Kitchener at the Wonderland Tattoo Studio, and we are going to talk to Wayne Galbraith, an established tattoo artist, and find out how he landed that dream job. Wayne Galbraith is a tattoo artist based in Kitchener and was trained in oven sound at the Tattoos by Zap. Wayne, how did you land your dream job?
Well, interestingly enough, when I was a young child, I was always into drawing and making art. And at one point in high school, I got my first tattoo, and that kind of made me fall in love with tattooing. So I started building my own tattoo machines and trying to tattoo that way. And I realized pretty quickly that I was going to have to take an apprenticeship and learn how to do it properly. So what I ended up doing, this is in 1995, is I went down to the local tattoo shop and I begged on my hands and knees to get an apprenticeship. And I don't know if I have a trusting face, but he took me on and taught me how to tattoo. And this is, 25 years later, here we are.
Tattooing originated in which country?
Well, they found tattoos on mummified bodies, so let's say Egypt.
Who invented the electric gun tattoo machine?
It is patented by Samuel Riley.
What language does the word tattoo come from?
Oh, I want to say it's Polynesian.
What is flash?
Oh, flash. Now, flash are pre-drawn tattoo designs.
According to Western culture, which group used to do a lot of tattoo in the beginning?
You definitely see that a lot of sailors back in the olden days to mark their travels and so forth like that. So definitely sailors.
To see more of Wayne's works, do check him out on his Instagram page at Wonderland Tattoo Studios KW. And that's it for this week on That Dream Job.
I thought this was supposed to be the dog park. Turns out it's just the goose park. In our final story, we meet a pup named Maggie and her owner, Owen Lucier, who live in the heart of Elmira.
Hi, my name is Owen Lucier, and this is my dog Maggie. Maggie is a black Labradoodle, and she comes from a Labradoodle breeder, so she's not a Lab and a Poodle mixed. She comes from 2 Labradoodles, and she is a really fun-loving dog that loves getting attention, loves being held. The biggest struggle of being a dog owner is finding time to walk your dog and making sure that they're happy all the time and getting all the love that they deserve. Our daily routine with Maggie includes feeding her and walking her, but she's not the kind of dog that eats food as soon as you give it to her, so we kind of just leave her food in the bowl all day, and she eats it whenever she is ready. And yeah, Maggie's daily routine isn't expensive, but taking her to the vet to get checkups and keep her healthy can be a little bit pricey. The advice that I'd give to a first-time dog owner would be to make sure you have enough time to take care of them and fill all their needs, taking them on walks, making sure you have time to feed them and give them love. That's all they need. The best part about owning a dog would be coming home and having her greet you every day, and all the unconditional love and the incentive to get exercise and go for walks. Yeah.
That's all for another fun-packed episode of Conestoga Connected. What a great look at all the local places and people you would have never seen right here in our region. For a sneak peek at next week's episode, check us out online at Conestoga Connected on Instagram and C_Connected on Twitter. I've been your host, Brandon Guitar, and I'll see you next time.